Hello whiskey lovers and welcome to another one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings. Forgive me if I'm slightly out of breath, but I just took the climb up the Old Man of Storr. And it's not just this 55-year-old body I had to drag up the mountain here, but also a backpack with my filming material and of course a bottle of scotch. And what better whiskey to describe on the Isle of Skye, on the top location of the Isle of Skye, than a whiskey from the Talisker distillery. What I've brought with me is the Talisker Wilder Seas, and it's for the third time now that Talisker has joined hands with Parley. Parley is the organization dedicated to protecting our oceans. Previous collaborations included the 43-year-old Expedition Oak and the 44-year-old, well, let's be honest, the Forests of the Deep that was. Neither of those were affordable for mortal man. But now this one is a no-age statement release called Wilder Seas, and this one is actually quite affordable. Now, 18,000 bottles of this goodie were made, and this is bottled at 48.6% ABV. So a slightly higher content in alcohol than we are used to from Talisker. And what's nice is that everything about this bottle is recycled material, and a donation of £3 per sold bottle will be given to Parley to clean up our oceans. Right. Anyway, the special thing about this Talisker is the fact that it's for the very first time Talisker malt that has been finished in cognac casks, XO cognac casks. And that probably also explains partially the beautiful color of this single malt. And as you can see, it clings to the glass. It's a beautiful dark golden color, quite a high viscosity. So I'm guessing this is going to be a full-bodied malt. So the Talisker Wilder Seas at 48.6% ABV on the nose. You get the Talisker Trinity immediately. We have the salt, we have the pepper, we have the citrusy notes, and even more pepper and soft smoke. More than usual, more than I am used to from the Talisker 10, for example. There's a hint of toffee in there, some raisins and peach. This is quite lovely and surprisingly fruity for a Talisker. Right on the palate. Quite creamy, powerful as well. Smoke and oysters, they are sprinkled with some pepper and lemon juice. I even get a bit of olive oil, and then the sultanas, peach, and even some pink lady apples kick in. This is actually quite pleasant. On the finish then. It's on that beautifully long finish that the cognac casks really shine through. We get these sweet notes of toffee, but soon the Talisker Trinity overpowers the whole and dots the proverbial I, or crosses the proverbial T, saying this is Talisker Prusang. Wow, it's an excellent release, and it cannot compete with the classic 10-year-old in my opinion, to be honest, but nevertheless well worth seeking out. And from a pricing perspective, it is slightly more expensive than your Talisker 10, but it is well worth seeking out because it is a wonderfully, very tasteful, and actually quite a classical Talisker single malt. And that's all for this Whisky Rambling from the beautiful Isle of Skye, from the Old Man of Storr. Quite a climb, but what goes up must come down. So that's all for this Whisky Rambling, and I hope to see you at one of Mark's Whisky Ramblings real soon. And until then, may the malt be with you. Bye-bye.